Here's something that almost never happens in Major League Baseball. A bullpen goes 38 consecutive innings without allowing a single run on a 7-2 road trip, while a fan favorite walks back through the stadium doors after 60 days away. That is exactly what the Los Angeles Dodgers just pulled off, and every single detail of this week deserves to be broken down. Yoshinobu Yamamoto took the mound in Milwaukee on Sunday, and the stat line said everything. 7 innings, 1 run allowed against a Brewers team that had gone 61 in their last 7 series before the Dodgers showed up. That is not a slumping ball club. That is a team playing serious baseball. And Yamamoto walked into their stadium and shut them down anyway. Here is the detail that makes this even more remarkable. The last time Yamamoto faced the Brewers was Game 2 of the NL Championship Series last season. The final score that night, 5-1 Dodgers win. Sunday's final score, 5-1 Dodgers win. Same stadium, same opponent, same scoreline. That is not a coincidence. That is a pitcher who has figured something out about that ballpark, and he is doing it on the biggest stages the sport offers. The Dodgers finished this road trip 7-2, and that number needs to sit for a moment. Road trips of that quality are genuinely rare in MLB. Teams travel across time zones, sleep in hotels, play in front of hostile crowds night after night, and the best organizations still struggle to maintain that level of consistency away from home. This Dodgers squad did it with command, pitching depth, and clutch offense, and if you want to see exactly how a championship-caliber roster operates under pressure, this road trip was the case study. Baseball Daily is building a community around this kind of deep, fact-driven baseball coverage, and we are closing in on our first 500 subscribers. If you are watching this and you are not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, drop a like, leave a comment, and share this video. Every single subscriber genuinely moves this channel forward, and there's a lot more content like this coming. Now, the first 4 innings of Sunday's game were far from clean. The Dodgers stranded runners in 3 of the first 4 innings. Brewers starter Spratt kept pitching out of trouble, escaping jam after jam. Milwaukee scratched across their only run of the game in the second inning when Jake Bauers scored to make it 1-0. The Dodgers answered in the fourth. Teoscar Hernandez scored on a wild pitch after Spratt hit Miguel Rojas to load the bases. Ugly, unearned, but it tied the game at 1-1 and kept the pressure on. Then the 5th inning happened and everything changed. Mookie Betts led off with a single. Spratt walked Freddie Freeman. Spratt was done. Milwaukee brought in rookie Shane Droan, 10 career appearances to his name, to face Kyle Tucker with 2 runners on in a tie game. Full count. Tucker unloaded a triple that split the right field line. Betts and Freeman both scored. 3-1 Dodgers. Andy Pages stepped in on the very next pitch and sent a ball 380 feet over the left field wall. 2-run homer. 5-1 ballgame. And here's the detail that makes it even better. That was the first home run Shane Droan had ever surrendered in his professional career. Pages introduced himself to that rookie in the most direct way possible. Welcome to the big leagues. Will Klein handled the 8th inning. Tanner Scott closed it out in the 9th. And when Scott recorded that final out, the Dodgers' bullpen's scoreless inning streak reached 38 in a row, a modern franchise record. According to Sports Radar, the last bullpen in Major League Baseball to sustain a streak of that length was the Cleveland Club in September 2017 when they ran off 39 straight scoreless innings. The Dodgers are 1 inning away from matching that. 1 inning. This is not a rotation carrying a shaky relief corps. This bullpen is the backbone of some of the most dominant baseball the Dodgers have played all season. 38 consecutive scoreless innings is a number that belongs in a history book, and it might get longer before this week is over. The road trip ended on a high, but Friday night in Milwaukee told a different story. The Dodgers lost 5-1, and the loss itself was almost secondary to what happened in the top of the 8th inning. Max Muncy stepped into the batter's box and took a 95.5 mph sinker directly to the wrist. He walked off the field immediately. Muncy is not a depth piece. He is one of the Dodgers' core position players, a consistent presence at third base and in the middle of the lineup for years. The moment he walked off that field, the worst-case scenarios started running through every fan's head. IL stint, fracture, season-altering injury. That is where Dodgers fans' minds go because this roster has seen enough of those moments to know how quickly things can shift. Then Saturday arrived and the X-ray came back negative. No fracture. Muncy addressed it directly. It hurts, it's not broken, all good. He went further, explaining that in the past when he has actually broken that same spot, the immediate sensation was a nauseous feeling. He did not feel that this time, and that is why he remained optimistic. Manager Dave Roberts confirmed Muncy is day-to-day with array evaluations scheduled for Monday. A CT scan remained possible given the swelling, and Roberts was careful not to fully clear him. But the trajectory of the situation pointed toward a bullet dodged rather than a long absence. Here's where the story takes a turn that genuinely could not have been scripted any better. While Muncy was nursing that wrist, Kike Hernandez was finishing his final rehab assignment in Oklahoma City. Hernandez started the 2026 season on the 60-day injured list following off-season elbow surgery. He had been working his way back for months. Now, the same Monday that Muncy was set to be re-evaluated, Kike was set to be activated and, according to Dave Roberts, would probably start at third base against the Colorado Rockies at Dodger Stadium. The numbers from Kike's 2025 season are what they are. .203 batting average, .255 on base percentage, .306 slugging percentage. Those are not offensive numbers that win arguments. But here's what those numbers do not capture. Kike Hernandez has 3 World Series rings. In Game 6 of the 2025 World Series, he was directly involved in a game-saving double play. Across 7 World Series games against the Toronto Blue Jays, he drove in 3 RBIs. When the season is on the line, Hernandez has a documented record of showing up. Roberts confirmed that Kike will see most of his starts at third base while also getting outfield time to stay sharp. This is not a roster spot being filled for the sake of numbers. This is a veteran with a championship resume stepping into a starting role at the exact moment the team needs him. His potential return game, May 25th at Dodger Stadium against Colorado, would mark his first appearance since the World Series. 60 days on the injured list, an offseason surgery, a full rehab process, and he comes back to a home crowd that has watched him deliver in the biggest moments this franchise has seen in years. The Dodgers are 7-2 on their last road trip. Yamamoto is pitching like the ace his contract says he should be. The bullpen has 38 straight scoreless innings and is one away from matching the longest such streak in the majors since 2017. Kyle Tucker is delivering in clutch situations. Andy Pages is hitting balls out of ballparks against pitchers, making moments they will remember for the rest of their careers. On the other side, Muncy's wrist is not fully cleared. A CT scan is still on the table. And Kike Hernandez is stepping into a starting role after a 60-day absence and major elbow surgery. What this team has demonstrated this week, specifically that an injury to a core player immediately creates space for a proven winner to return, is exactly how championship-caliber rosters are built and managed. The Rockies come to Dodger Stadium on Monday. The bullpen is rolling. The momentum from a 7-2 road trip is real. And Kike Hernandez is back in blue. If you enjoy real baseball content and breakdowns like this, you will like what is coming next on Baseball Daily. Drop a comment below. How do you feel about Kike's return? Does this bullpen streak go further? Share this video with another Dodgers fan who needs to see these numbers. We are pushing toward 500 subscribers, and every share gets us one step closer. This channel is built for fans who want the facts, the context, and the real story behind the box score, and there's a lot more of it coming.